Hello, everybody, and welcome to another breakdown show on MBT Footy Talks. I'm joined here by none other than my second half, my partner in crime, Mel B. What is up, buddy?
What up?
What is up? So, as before, we are currently on a breakdown through of the current football clubs, and I feel there's a number of teams we're going through at the present moment where we are currently trying to, see how it's going so far. We've already done two of the six top six teams, and today we will continue this series on our next team today, which is oh, did that sorry, which is Arsenal. Now, Arsenal are a very interesting side this season. They're currently first after yesterday's dramatic, if not exciting match yesterday. Um, but before I say anything on it, please, you guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. And show some love for the channel, guys. We really need that love, as we try to expand our content and grow further from here. But yeah, we missed you guys. But let's get into the breakdown. Today we're talking about Arsenal today. Um, Before I have my say on it, I have a lot to say on it. But Malcolm, what do you think of Arsenal so far this season?
Arsenal. I think um, Arsenal has been fairly consistent this season. I think they've shown that they can play in Europe and balance with the Premier League schedule as well. I think they're showing that they can be more of a resilient side. I think that Arsenal are they're growing in many ways, more ways than one. And I think that the potential of the team is to they can improve on performances and results, of course. But I think they're holding their own, and I think the coach knows exactly what he's doing with these players. And I think they've got a good plan, and I think the additions that they've added to the team has really also helped with that title pursuit that they can possibly finally get over the line after all these years. So it's exciting to watch. I'm not a fan of Arsenal, of course, United fan, but I think Arsenal playing some of the best football in Europe. Not to say that they'll win the Champions League or anything, but what they're doing is exciting. And as a fan of Arsenal, you, of course, it should be quite inspiring to see what your team is doing. And from my side, I just feel like all they need to do is continue this way, and then I think eventually just get the trophies, and then just get the reward for what you're doing, basically, like you should have done last season. No bottle, nothing. Just go for it, win it. Um, Yeah, dude, I'm I won't lie, I'm jealous. I wish my team was doing this. Like we also, like we in transition, we're struggling, but watching Arsenal grow, like it gives me hope as well that United can fix their problems. Because Arsenal were also, let's not forget, Arsenal were also like eighth, fifth, and then second. Now they all of a sudden title charge. You know, they really like they're growing under Arteta. And that's how I feel about your team, bro. I feel like it's been good. Slow progress, but progress nonetheless.
Well, people say it's slow progress, but I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, but that eighth was like 3 years ago. You know that.
3 years, and then the first, like that
Yeah, I
dark
mean,
season
it's
where
it's
me and you finished
four,
first
it's
and
four
sixth.
seasons. Yeah, okay, so it's 4 seasons, but it's 3 years ago. So it's we say it's slow because I mean, obviously, can't really read a book from its cover, but like this is probably the most excited I've seen Arsenal in years. I've been watching Arsenal my entire life, and I can say with confidence, I feel like we can do something after all these years. Now, the question is what are we going to do now when we're performing like this? That's another conversational together because you're now questioning whether are they going to go for the league, are they going to go for the Champions League, are they going to go just to win a few FA Cups? What is the highest ceiling for this team? Honestly, I wouldn't know because a lot of people have made their assertions and assumptions about this team initially, and they've been wrong so far. They said many things like Arteta wouldn't make it. Remember that period where they compared him with Oli and Lampard, and they
Mm,
said Oli would be more successful than Arteta. Um, Lampard had a higher ceiling than Arteta, and we're doing it now. But like, out of all the managers there, among his peers, he's probably the most inexperienced manager. Yet he's doing so well. Let's be real. So I find it interesting when, yeah, I mean, you spoke your truth, man. I respect you saying that. Not many people say what you said. Actually, a lot of people would deflect and say, no, everyone's bad. But at the beginning of the season, everyone was saying, well, Arsenal won't make it to the league this year. Everyone has improved. Look at Chelsea. We spent £1 billion. We're going to do the most. Look at Liverpool. We're going to do the most. We have a new midfield. We're first again in December. Now, would I say I'm happy with the way the manner? Not really, because it's not as exciting, but it's getting over the line,
it's
which for me
effective.
is, yeah, it's effective, which is for me more important. A couple years ago, let me even make an example. A couple years ago, if we had gone 3-2 down to Luton, we would have lost that game. Let's be for real, we would have lost that game. This is a different team. I've not seen Arsenal fight and win matches in Fergie time. So for me, this is all new to me. Seeing a team, yeah. Well, I was young when I started supporting Arsenal and at the peak of their powers, but I've not like seen Arsenal this good in years. It's almost as if they're getting to a point where they're starting to become the team that I expected them to become after a few years a with a solid base. All I wanted from Arsenal was to have a solid base, an established set of players you can turn to. Right now, we're looking at Saka, Martinelli, Rice now this season, Odegaard, Jesus. Um, it's for I like Havertz, but like it's still early to say, oh, he's now part of this team now as well, because he's been um, changing every. So I find the situation at Arsenal at the present moment more stable than most teams. But for me, I only really question how far can this team go. And what I can say with just from what I've seen, this team can do a lot of things if they still stay on this trajectory. if you've not noticed, they've been getting better every year. Sorry, they've been getting better every season. Even when they finished eighth back to back, even points and goals and everything, they were getting better. They were improving slowly, you could say. But then fifth, second, and now we're first again. This is a massive progression. It's huge. And I find it interesting considering that we are competing.
Bruh, can't hear you, can't see you. What's happening? Hello? Frozen in time. Just waiting for my buddy to come back wherever he is. Network issues, I think.
Hello. Hello.
You back?
Finally. Because my
What
network
happened?
is. I don't know. Ah,
Yeah.
it just like it just disappeared off the face of the earth. Oh my
Let's hope that
goodness.
doesn't happen to Arsenal at the end of the season.
Flip, I even lost track of what I was thinking because I was trying so hard to get back to the the what's this thing? The topic at hand here. So sorry guys. Um I even forgot. What was I talking about, Malcolm? Yes, because I was fighting with
The
this network.
progression and how long it's taken and all that.
Yeah, yeah. But I just want to actually ask you a question. If we continued, let's say we kept Emery, we didn't get Arteta, we got I don't know Mourinho because at the time Mourinho's available, Angelotti was available. So instead of build like what, how would you think the team would have turned out? Oh God, a phone call.
I'll be right back.
No flop. Oh my God, it's the top seed. Okay,
We're
back. We are back, guys. Malcolm, I'm sure you dealt with that call. Um,
done, bro.
right. So back to the question I wanted to pose. Imagine Arsenal didn't go this route, and they went the route of sacking the managers, not really building the squad, doing short term versus long term, so to say. Would they have been more successful than now? Because a lot of people are also questioning whether or not if they did things differently. But I think it's just out of spite, in my opinion. But what do you think? Do you think Arsenal took the right path going forward?
I think, let's say if you got a Mourinho or something like that, I think what's the same would have happened to what happened to United. Would have won trophies, but it would not be sustainable success. It would just be like, okay, you won a trophy, now you're getting sacked the next year. That's basically not the. It's better to be. I know guys haven't won a trophy in like 3 years, right? But it's better to be patient than to just go for instant success because that shit don't last. It's better to grow into a team that will be able to, you know, challenge and then eventually compete and then eventually win these things than to just make a quick fix. Let's say you broke your leg, but you're putting a plaster over it.
It's
So,
papering. Yeah, papering over the cracks.
yes, papering over the cracks basically. Just had to use that metaphor. It's just, it's
It,
extreme, but
it's a
it's true.
it's a funny metaphor. Paper over. I'm just like, bruh, this isn't like cement or like building a wall, guys. This is like I get where the phrase is coming from because you know you have to build like a strong foundation. If anything, you can't just keep what's the word again paper over big issues because
Yeah,
we had big issues. Yeah, we had prima donnas and heavy personalities that weren't like as motivated as the guys now. The guys now, I think, are more motivated to question how good they are as a different player because I feel like they haven't done anything to warrant the how good they are. They need to prove it in terms of what they do next now. This is a new team completely. It's not like when Arteta came and he won the FA Cup. That wasn't really his team. That was Emery's team. Now he's built his team, and we won't know how good they are. I mean, we've seen, they beat City this year, they beat United, they drew with Tottenham, and they drew with Chelsea. Was the only team left is Liverpool, but
and
everyone
Brighton
else and Brighton.
and
But like,
Newcastle.
yeah, we lost to Newcastle. Like everyone's laughing at us, but yeah, Newcastle are not a
Newcastle
walk in the
dropping everybody. They drop
no, but
everybody.
yeah, but like it's not like a walk in the park. Like it's a lot harder to play against these days. At least it's a lot harder to play against Newcastle.
That's St.
But
James's especially.
yo, no, they're difficult.
They hit you
I'm
one,
not,
they hit you 1-0, then they defend. Like they did it to y'all, they did it to us as well.
and they just defend, and there's nothing you can really do about it.
Mm.
But like we've only lost three times this whole season, this whole season, and
Still a
in
long
all
way to go, bro.
no, I get you, I do, but we're really in December, we're top of the league right now, so there's still. I'm not now. I'm not like saying we're gonna win the league. No, I just want to see if they can continue this because yesterday could have gone horribly wrong. Yesterday could have been horrible. It could have, Luton could have won, or they could have taken a point yesterday. Could have gone wrong for Arsenal for so many reasons. If City have to win today, they equal and they go back on top again, but they are above us by goal difference.
No, they
Liverpool will
won't.
probably.
If City win, they'll be 3 points behind you.
Oh yeah, I mean not now. I mean if we're drawn,
Yeah.
yeah, City would have jumped, then Liverpool. You see, so that was the worry I had yesterday, where if we had lost this game, everything's gonna fall apart. Arteta out, like people are so stupid, so fickle. Arteta out. Is this guy even good enough? Like, and you know what's funny about Arsenal fans? There are Arsenal fans who are overly obsessed with him. I like Arteta. I'm still skeptical of him because he hasn't won anything. He's significant yet. But he's done brilliantly, all things like consider the situation that he's walked into. This team has been mediocre for 10 years. And now they look like they could genuinely do something for the first time in a long time. Right? So, but then what I don't get is Arsenal have been bad for it's not 10 years, it was like 20 years now. But they blame him for the mediocrity for Wenger, for Emery. I'm like, no. Majority was Wenger's fault. I'll be real. Wenger put us in that position in the first place. But he kept us going top four and I don't know how the hell he did with all the squads. Like, you know, the other day, you remember, was it Carl Jenkinson? Remember that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Still playing football, wherever the hell he is. But he's still
And he's
playing.
good.
He's absolutely. I don't know how Wenger signed that guy at Arsenal. The other day, I also checked, you know, Mustafi. Remember, I told you he's unemployed, still unemployed. You know what he's doing now with his life?
What?
I laughed. He's teaching people how to defend.
And he can't even defend himself. It's like Maguire trying to teach people how to defend. Doesn't make sense.
Oh, dude, I wanted to laugh so bad. That's sass.
He couldn't even defend you in court.
Bruh. That guy gives me nightmares, bruh. Yeah. we had Mustafi, we had Socrates. Remember what's that guy's name? Squillaci. We had so many bozos, bruh, coming in and out of the team every season, if not every other season. All our best players are being sold every year. For the first time in a long time, Saka looks like he's not going anywhere. Odegaard doesn't look like he's going anywhere. Like most of the squad look like they're not going to go anywhere for some time. Key players don't need to leave anymore because we're in a different phase of football. And one thing that used to terrify me is that, like, they were even doing it last year. Saka's going to join Man City. He's going to do the right thing. Or he's going to join Liverpool. You know, Klopp has been talking him up. Now they can't have those conversations anymore because man signed the contract. He's on the I think he's earning as much, if not more than Salah at Arsenal. So the boy has no reason to leave unless he wants to win something. Obviously, he has the choice, but I think they want to win something there. Not like at Arsenal back in the day when Cesc was like, you know what, I'm kind of tired of playing for Arsenal. I flopped at the FA Cup. Was it the FA Cup final or Carabao Cup? I think it was the Carabao Cup final. Flopped at the Carabao Cup, and we bottled the league so many times. I'm dipping, you know. These kids want to win this league. So I see a scenario where Arsenal will definitely, but without a doubt, Arsenal will definitely challenge this season. The question of whether or not they will win the league or not is whether What happened? And we're back again. I was just talking about how good Arsenal have been, despite everyone's objections and perspectives of what they think the team should be doing. But I think there's a genuine chance they could challenge definitely this season, do decently in Europe as well. FA Cup, we've been with the FA Cup. We still have the most, but I want the league this year. Like not so much the Champions League. We can do that next season at this trajectory. But the league, we should go for it, in my opinion. But a genuine challenge. People say we need more players. I think we will still score a lot of goals. I'm more concerned about the defense than the attack, actually. Because if we lose players like Saliba, we've already lost Tommy now. Um, we don't have Timber. Imagine and Party's he's always injured. So
But he's
yeah,
doing cases. He's not injured.
yeah, apparently injured,
Casemiro, ship them off.
injured, and we're shipping.
Quote
Apparently, we're
unquote.
shipping him, quote unquote injured. So yeah, dude, like I'm not really, feeling this idea that Arsenal will collapse and won't get better. They've been getting better. Now we're 5 points clear at the moment with City and Liverpool in hand, but that pressure's on them now. And the fact that for the first time we're putting pressure on other teams to perform, that's a statement for me, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
I think they've come a long way. I think they've shown and proven to a lot of people how much they've improved. I think the only thing Arsenal need to do for me is to actually win stuff, because it's all fine and fair, but you need to win trophies, even if it's a Carabao, even if it's an FA Cup. I don't care to like just win something, you know.
It's late for
So
the Carabao.
just yeah, like it's late for the Carabao, but like um, I don't know, man. Like people say we need this, we need this. Like everyone goes the attacking side. I'm more concerned about the defense because we just lost Tomiyasu and we missed him. Well, we definitely missed him. Now, if Zinchenko, he gets injured like once every 4 games or so, then what's going to happen? Because Kivia is not ready to play Zinchenko's role. What if, and God forbid this, I say this, what if Rice gets injured? We are fundamentally screwed if Rice gets injured.
Won't they just put
Because
Jorginho?
even no, we only put Jorginho to stabilize the game, but we've played Jorginho with Havertz and Odegaard. It's not good. It's so weak. It's so
Uh,
because the thing about Havertz and Odegaard, they're attacking players. They're not defensive players.
mm.
Physical
So they're
and
always
all,
up there.
yeah, but they're not defenders. Rice is an engine, and he does the defending. But then it helps Havertz do his thing. It helps Odegaard do his thing a bit. Like he helps them, he enhances them. He doesn't need to do what Jorginho like. Jorginho keeps it smooth and ticking. That's all he needs to do. Which is why I'm just saying, like, yes, we do need players, but I think those players will only come maybe the end of the end of this season, when the likes of El Nini and Cedric and all those useless bastards from the previous generation era are gone. Like Jorginho's this is on his last contract. I like Jorginho, but like he's a bit too slow and he's a bit lightweight. They can take him on. He needs to be protected, basically. And when we play
Yeah.
Jorginho, Rice is always there. If Party was not injured, you know what we do? We play a three at the back, two DMs, Odegaard, Havertz, Martinelli, Saka, and then whoever's at the front, whether it's Truss or it doesn't matter who's up front. That was the formation. It was like Pep's 3-2-4-1, basically. So, but it's more attacking. It's way more attacking. I'll be real. Um, it's just we've lost Timber, we lost Party, now we've lost Tommy. Like I feel like everyone's trying to perform at their best despite the mitigating circumstances with the injuries and with the refs being absolute dog shit. So, like I'm not surprised when he makes a decision to change up the team because he's probably thinking, well, for this game I could use Havertz, but in this game I'll keep him out for now. I'll bring him on the second half. Or this game's not for Odegaard, I'll play him in another game. You know, like yesterday, it was clear to see Odegaard was playing well, but he got bodied for majority of the game. They made him look. It made him look bad, but I checked statistically, he was sharp. Statistically, it was fantastic. So, like it's for me, it's a long way to go. You're right in that sense, but I back my team to do the bits this year. I'm leaving here with some, I'm
Let's
leaving
hope
here
so.
with some. But like if they don't win, then I'm gonna quit. Then I'm outright gonna question Arteta. What are you doing, bro? Like you need to win something. This is the second
You need
game.
to win
Like
something. You can't come out with nothing and you're playing so well. What's the
but we're
point?
playing too well. We're playing too well, and if we don't win something, then I'm gonna get really concerned because these guys want to dip and like that thing. So
Mm.
you need to win something so they can stay on board. Like we've done well, so far, but we need to win. We won't win like Carabao Cup. I'm not gonna lie. Arsenal don't like being in the cup. But the FA Cup, I hope they step up. Even though we're playing Liverpool, which is the most ridiculous
Drawn,
draw.
eh? It's like they do it on purpose.
Like out of all the teams, you could have drawn us to. You draw us so early
With
against
Liverpool. So that
Liverpool.
means
You
one
did.
of them must fall. One big team must go out.
So who
But
did
even
City get? Who did you get in the
we
draw?
got Wigan, bruh.
Bro, what the fuck?
No, but you guys got Man City last season also. Remember, and you went out in the first game.
Then we went out. Like this is the second time it's happening. They want us out of these competitions. I can help. Luckily, it's at the Emirates, so it's something. But we're going to go to Anfield this Christmas, and
And if you
we are
draw
not
that game in the FA Cup at the Emirates, you go to Anfield anyways for the replay.
exactly. But we need to win at Anfield. I'll take a point. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll take a point.
Mm.
If we win, that's fantastic. We haven't won at Anfield, God knows how long. It's been long.
Anfield is
I mean,
not Anfield is not easy, bruh.
it's not for the faint. It's not for the faint-hearted. But then we have other games. Next game is against Villa. We're playing City today.
Mm.
That is gonna. I mean, let's see what City do to them, and then let's see what we do to them this week. But I'm not going to take Villa lightly. Villa are a very good team this season. And then we have Brighton after that. And I kid you not, this is probably the hardest run we've had this season so far because the games are coming thick and fast. I think we have one Champions League game against PSV. And even though people say, oh, we qualified, but we are not officially first. So we have to beat PSV. But are we going to drop everyone for PSV and then hope and pray we do the bits, against Brighton? Because Brighton also a tough team. So this December is going to be a very interesting month. If Arsenal come out of this month still first in the league, despite playing Liverpool, I'm saying it. I'm going to freaking say it because I don't think. Um, I think we need to add. I'll be honest. I do think we need just to push for the title, but maybe one player just to push for the title. But I believe in my team. They can win something like the league. The Champions League is a bit of a stretch. A lot of people say Arsenal can win it. I'm not buying that. Champions League is experience more than anything, if you know what I mean. So
Mm.
I feel there's a long way to go for Arsenal. I agree with you in that aspect, but um, a lot of people have been disrespecting Arsenal this season so far. So um, I think they could win something. Do you think they could win something, Malcolm?
Maybe the league, but
Maybe the league.
it depends on City as well. It
So,
depends what
you know
happens
what?
when De Bruyne comes back.
You know what? But everyone keeps saying when De Bruyne comes back. Dude, City, I don't know what's going on. But it's not looking good. It's
I think our
it's
next
not
topic is on them.
it's not looking good.
Our
They
next breakdown should be about City because there's a lot to talk about there.
yeah, and it's gonna. But like the thing, it's not really good because we said this last year, and what happened? They came back, but this season they don't
You
have
see,
Gundogan, they don't have Mahrez, they don't have like right now they don't have Kevin De Bruyne, and people think he's gonna just come back and be running as he was. It took him 2 months to catch up before he started hitting. So my only question about City, Liverpool. I'll be freaking honest with you. I think they're gonna burn out. I think that because they always play intensely, bro, and you can't stop Liverpool. City, I you don't know what to expect from City. But Liverpool, they're good, but I don't know how to put it. Something's off as well. I don't know how to describe it. Something's a bit off. Like everyone's hating on us for drawing, almost drawing to Luton. They almost drew with Fulham. What's that about?
and they actually drew to Luton.
So but they drew with Fulham. Dude, the league is hard. The league is so hard. You know, like the teams in mid-table and bottom are the most difficult, especially at their home ground. It's hard because they're looking for points. They don't want to get relegated. We have nothing to play for, really, if you think about it, because we're top, we're making Europe or whatever. They have everything to play for. They have everything to play for. Yeah, we might be out of Europe 1 or maybe 2 seasons. They will lose everything if they get relegated. So this notion that there's no big, it's only the big teams that are important, dude. You guys have been horrible. We've beaten City. We've played Spurs are actually half decent this year, but they don't have any European competition. They don't have any other competition to play in. So they've been good, but again, their injuries are. They haven't won a game in the last how many games now? 4 or 5 games now. So
5.
since they lost, they've not won a single game. So you know what? I just want to just see what happens because a lot of people are saying bad things about Arsenal, but Arsenal first, 5 points clear. I just want to see what happens when we get too much and Arsenal still first. I just want to see what happens. I'll be honest with you. I think they can win the league. Champions League, not this year. They can do it next year. Yeah, I can think they can do it next year. But yeah. Do you have any closing thoughts before? Because yeah, I know you have to go now. We didn't really need to talk about Arsenal too much. I haven't gone deep about Kai Havertz, how good he's actually been. No one wants to talk about it, and now they're like, oh my god, he's good now. Oh, Declan Rice has been brilliant. I don't want to do that today because we always talk about how good Arsenal have been when they do well. So
Mm.
I know you don't have a lot of time. Do you have any closing thoughts before we close up today?
And I think We covered most of it. I just yeah, dude. I hope that Arsenal can win the league because Man City, after winning that treble, my heart was broken. So even though Arsenal's a rival, it's fine, bro. Let them win, bro. I'm tired of the City thing, bro. They cheating
Oh,
and all
they are,
that.
they are cheating.
So
Apparently,
rather prefer Arsenal. Even last season, you could have won it, but Joel decided to let's bottle it the last 10 games. But let's hope this season that doesn't happen.
I'm praying. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. But before we leave, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This is a bit shorter video of the breakdown, but now we'll cover most of the teams as we go along the show. We just need to finish this series.
Mm.
Um, three more teams to finish: City, Liverpool, and we did Chelsea. No?
Yeah, we did Chelsea. So just City, Liverpool, and Spurs.
Spurs, right? Spurs. Probably the next one. I'll be honest. It's a very interesting topic, that one actually. That's a lot to unpack. But until next time, guys. Take care and peace out, guys.
Peace.
Peace.